Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Sir Muhammad Safir bin Saad and fellow friends. I am Zarif Zairuddin bin Zali, metric number 271171 from Group 4. The topic that we choose is mergers and acquisition between Apple Incorporation and Beats Electronics. Apple Incorporation is an American multinational technology company headquartered in Cupertino, California. The company designs, develops, and sells consumer electronics, computer software, and online services. It is considered one of the big five companies in the US information technology industry, along with Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook. It is one of the most popular smartphone and tablet companies in the world. Among their hardware products are the iPhone smartphone, iPad tablet computer, MacBook personal computer, iPod portable media player, and Apple Watch smartwatch. Beats Electronics, also known as Beats by Dr. Dre or simply Beats by Dre, is an American consumer audio products manufacturer headquartered in Culver City, California. The company was founded by music producer Dr. Dre and recorded company executive Jimmy Iovine. The subsidiary's product line is primarily focused on headphones and speakers. In 2014, the company expanded into the online music market with the launch of subscription-based streaming service Beats Music. On August 1, 2014, Apple acquired Beats for $3 billion in a cash and stock deal. It is the largest acquisition in Apple's history. This slide shows the board of directors of Apple Incorporation. And this slide shows the board of directors of Beats Electronics. That's all from me. Thank you. And I'll pass to the next presenter.
My name is Amanta Vincenzo Hecto with membership number 268952. And now we'll tell about corporate mission and vision. So the first one is Apple's corporate mission is to bring the best personal computing products and support to students, educators, designers, scientists, engineers, business person, and consumer in over 140 countries around the world. This mission statement takes into account the changing market world, which affect what Apple should do. For example, the organization is aware of the development and shift in the consumer electronic sector as well as the business climate. So the second one is Apple corporate vision. To make the best product on earth and to leave the world better than we found it. Apple vision statement influence corporate management in terms of the choice made by the organization executive to achieve a future of leadership in different market in which the company exists. The desire to have the new goods compels Apple to continue pushing for novel product advancement. So the next company is Beats by Dr. Dre. So the first one, Beats corporate mission is to have a superior end-to-end music environment with speaker, computers, and facilities, so that listeners can sense the feeling and hear the music the way the musician wanted it to sound in the studio. Beats corporate vision is with Beats, people are going to hear what the artists hear and listen to the music the way they should, the way I do. So the next slide is location of the company. Both of the companies are located in California, United States. Apple is a global technology corporation based in Cupertino, California that design, manufactures, and sell consumer electronics, computer application, and internet service. While Beats Electronics LLC, also known as Beats by Dr. Dre, is an American manufacturer of consumer audio device based in Culver City, California.
Okay, so my name is Nazar and I'm at the number 26048. And then I will explain about a company strategy. For the first one is applying product. The differentiation is one of Apple marketing strategy. The multinational technology for corporation in particular distinguishing its product and service through a basic but appealing design and interface functionality. And the four components of Apple corporate plan are as follow. The first one, concentrate on product design and functionality. Apple has adapted the innovative feature and capabilities of its product and service as a foundation for differentiation from its rival. According to its market plan, Apple list of invention includes, but is not limited to the iPad, the first computer of its kind to store thousands of songs with the ability to supply shuffle through them, and the iPhone. Second, improving the customer experience. One of the foundation of Apple marketing model is a focus on customer service. It's not uncommon for Apple fans to film themselves unwrapping new Apple item and upload the video to YouTube. This is due to the company's success in delivering a consumer experience that goes beyond the product purchase, starting to use any Apple product. And then third, raising the strength of the Apple ecosystem. Apple corporate model can be defined as vertical integration in which the firm possesses specialist experience in application hardware and service all at once. One of the main features that distinguishes Apple from the competition is its vertical integration. The corporation has reaped significant benefit from its vertical integration Apple ecosystem. And fourth, the company relies on iPhone revenue is dwindling. Apple market model is shifting away from concentrating on iPhone revenues and toward focusing on its service and other division. Vincenzo has been replaced as the head of Siri and John Ganera has been elevated to a machine learning and all position. Retail chief Angela Artern has left the business. This high-profile shift, which occurred in fewer than 3 months, are a direct indicator of the company emphasis on service and other industry segments in order to reduce the company reliance on iPhone revenue. And for the Beats, Johnson said the brand's key goal is to restore emotion and atmosphere to music listening after so many people choose headphone and sound system that destroy the feeling of music and look like a dental machine at Cannes 2014. He attributes the brand popularity to co-founder their drive, fearlessness, and strong vision of what it stands for. The strategy approach is based around a real-time model in which the company used to inform that messaging and create a timely and meaningful promotion, especially during events like the World Cup and MTV Video Music Award. The Hear What You Want advertisement, which featured athletes such as Jess Fabregas and Kevin Garnett, was created after the company consulted with athletes who use in headphones to learn why they do so and use the information to educate its message. According to Johnson, the research revealed three key reasons to establish a bond with family, to make the transition from everyday life to athlete, and to help shut out the outside world. The first two choices were deemed too simple by Johnson. So the company also looked at how athletes use its iPhone to aid in match day training. Whether it's performance or artists, we have been the perfect option. Beats are an integral part of every athlete pre-game routine. The athletes share all of the story we tell in our marketing, he said. And then for the second question, reason or motive, merger and acquisition for Apple and Beats. Every business without a doubt has some compelling reason to undertake merger and acquisition. Motive are the cause and the motivation that contribute to a company decision to achieve its merger acquisition goal. Here's the list of reasons of Apple Inc. decide to merge with Beats. First, the demand for high-end headphone. The annual value of the luxury headphone industry is reportedly around $1 billion. Beats by Dr. Dre headset are now a very common brand for sale in Apple on shop, and by purchasing the company, Apple will be able to benefit directly from the headphone and portable speaker. Sales all the world. It would be curious to see if Apple purchase any other firm whose could sell well in its store. Second, audio technology. Apple gains access to Beats production and engineering expertise in the audio industry. Audio is used in laptop and other applications in addition to headphone. Despite having high quality speaker, Apple computer audio has always been limited with no device level equalizer. For example, Apple should increase the efficiency of the headphone that come with its phone and the tablet right away. And the third, music streaming service. Since the Beat Music has gained positive feedback, Apple will be able to incorporate it to its own music streaming service, iTunes Radio. With the rapid change in the music industry from digital downloading to streaming, this has become much more important. Fourth, boosting Apple cool. The Beats brand has grown in popularity as a result of its affiliation with Dr. Dre, the father of rap, and the other musicians who have been used to market the company product. There is no doubt that Apple's reputation as hip symbol has been tested by its own popularity and the evolutionary path to product growth it has taken over the last 4 years. And the Beats by Dr. Dre brand and the brand will adaptedly aid in the restoration of certain demographic missing profile. Whether or not the audience is truly core to Apple demand is a different story. Fifth, wearables. It's like that Apple considering the development of smart headphone give that using speech as mean of communicating with a computing system is getting even more practically. It's likely that headphone will once again become stand-alone device while having headphone that could play without relying upon would be available product in and of itself. Smart headphones could potentially do so much more, rivaling the majority of the versatility of technology such as a Google Glass. The enormous amount of money paying for recent test sector acquisition have made multi-billion-dollar transaction the new trend. As a result, there is no need to search for so much meaning in this transaction. Although Apple acquisition of Bit makes sense from a variety of angles, it's just a small part of the company broader product plan. Is it unlike to divert attention from those hopping on the next big thing from Apple? Okay, that's all from me.
Hello everyone, I'm Rifa Fadila. My metric number is 2743872. Today I'm gonna explain about Apple and Bit deal structure and value creation. The first one, deal structure mergers and acquisition are notoriously complex, clumsy, and fraught with feeling if they are not executed carefully and strategically. Oftentimes, leaders fail to communicate, which lower productivity and makes employees worry about their jobs. Companies also tend to struggle to manage customer integration, branding, and media relation during transition. Apple Bit deal to keep merger and acquisition seamless and swift. First, find the highest win-win scenario. 2. Choose the best structure. 3. Get all leaders involved. 4. Identify roles for key players. 5. Don't forget about the culture. For the best structure, when building the ideal scenario, determine whether it would be better to keep the companies running as separate entities or integrate them under one umbrella. Ensure that you get input and buy-in from both sides so it doesn't feel like one company is steamrolling the others. Part of the reason the Apple Bit acquisition has been so straightforward is that Bit effectively shut down and has been fully integrated into iTunes. To accomplish this, both companies need to work together to place the best Bit's employee in key roles at Apple. This is where a cross-functional integration team can influence the outcome. This team can evaluate the cultural difference between the two companies and tackle them directly to mitigate challenge and avoid surprise. This way, you're not just throwing new employee into unfamiliar environment and expecting them to know the rules, which are sometimes unspoken. This is subtle but incredibly significant. While merging or acquiring, it's important to remember that the integration could take longer than anticipated. The transition may not be seamless or swift, but by crafting a deal that makes strategic sense for both parties, communicating openly and working to retain key players, you'll be much more likely to succeed as a united force.
I'm Aryaningrum Salsyabilla Putri and my magic number is 274809. There will be explain my part. Strategies and defensive maneuvers in mergers and acquisition being the acronym theme. In the mergers and acquisition of the Apple's and Peach companies, there is a general strategy. Apple's general strategy for product differentiation adds a competitive advantage by accentuating its business. Differentiation in product function and design support the company's goal, leading the market through technological innovation. Innovation is the core of Apple Inc.'s business. However, to increase the adoption of this generic strategy, competitive advantage companies must penetrate the market aggressively. This recommendation is particularly applicable in developing countries where corporations have a limited market reach for information technology, goods, and service. In addition, Apple is also pursuing a HCD strategy, a user-centered approach. Then, Apple's main intensive product strategy is product development. Market penetration and market development have lower priority in this technology company. This intensive growth strategy agrees with and supports Apple's general strategy. The company is strong in product development through innovation. However, to improve performance, Apple needs to put more emphasis on market penetration and market development. Part of this intensive growth strategies can increase a company resilience against its aggressive competitors. In addition, Apple's operation management can optimize the effectiveness of the growth strategy and general strategy of product differentiation for competitive advantage. Next
we have value creation. Apple reportedly acquiring Bit for around $3 billion will have noteworthy implication on the internet industry. This deal could definitely open up tremendous opportunity for Apple if leveraged well. But agreeably, it also raises a lot of questions for the ecosystem and value creation leader Apple if this is the perfect fit which will help in significant value creation. Apple has number of products which rake in billions of dollars per year in revenues and profit. But as well I'll realize and even Apple does that being a premium focused brand limits the growth opportunity within the segment. Hence brands like Apple have to be innovator or smart acquirers to build newer products or offering which will continue to create great value, boost brand equity, and keep on consistently building revenues and profit. Being an ecosystem leader and that to the most premium one, Apple would love to cash in while offering which will fill important gaps in the portfolio and also increase stickiness, which is what keep the user locked in. For the key value creation metrics, first, engage the management team by recruiting chief operating and chief financial officers to utilize the One Carly's global network to help accelerate the company international expansion, particularly in Asia. Next, prepare the company for a sale to Apple. Also, during Carly's 9-month owner period, the company increased revenue by 34%. With music as one of the main foundation of Apple business, the merger with Beat will further strengthen Apple's brand image and leading position in the music industry. For Beat Electronic, apart from good profit margin, the from premium headphones. This equation will also help bring synergy to both businesses as they are both designed for high quality music playback and premium user. Apple interest in beats music has a long-term focus, as the most industry gradually shift from download Apple original focus to streaming service. Beat music will give Apple the push they need to catch up with Spotify and Pandora to regain their position in the market. The acquisition of Beat will also provide Apple with the talent they need for further development, and some might say the most important part of the deal, Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre, where their talents and experience are believed to help Apple transform and execute its entire music strategy for Apple, and also help break the deadlock in pursuing content deals for the company future products such as like Apple TV. That's all for me. Thank you for your attention.
Tech giant Apple has finally confirmed the acquisition of Bit Electronic on 2014. So, how does the acquired organize the acquisition? The company is reportedly planning to rebrand this music and include it in iTunes next year. After a long discussion, Apple finally agreed to buy Beats Electronics. The agreed purchase value is $3 billion US, with the label as the biggest acquisition value Apple has ever done. The company, which is under the leadership of Timothy Cook, sees Beats Electronics as manufacturer of headphones as well as music service to be a company that is able to grow in the future. So Apple also promised the Beats Electronics would remain focused on the music business it was developing, although Apple did not explain in detail how they would manage and integrate the first acquired company with considerable value. Although Beats Electronics is better known as manufacturer of headphones, the music service they provide seems to be a major factor in the reason for Apple acquisition of Beats. Apple moved to acquire Beats in the considered as well. Moreover, the amount of revenue for the company, which is the headquarters in California, United States, has decreased in the recent year. Apple seems to want to strengthen content from the music side. Although Apple has borrowed a fantastic phone, Beats is believed to be a benefit to Apple. This music will spur its user via iPhone and iPad device.
My part is corporate governance and performance of the new company. One of the company's biggest problems in terms of governance is the influence and power of Steve Jobs on stakeholders. He's considered the main reason for Apple's success in the last decade, but he's also created a one-man company that is completely shaped by his personality and inspiration. Many shareholders strongly believe that Apple's success was due to the presence of Steve Jobs as chairman of the company. The 10% drop in the share price following the announcement of his health problems attests to this. His personification of the company can be strong in terms of future development and sustainability. It's highly recommended that the company propose a concrete succession plan for the longevity of the company.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anargya Nugraha Santana. My metric card number is 268812. Today I will presentation about post-acquisition integration and past, present, and future challenge by the firm between Apple and Beats. Post-acquisition integration. Apple used a system of full autonomy or preservation of the acquired company, which is an independent subsidiary. The acquirer lets the target company to manage its operating independently. However, integration of financial reporting and financial process may be required. In the process of integrating merger and acquisition, with proper planning, it can be effect synergy from M&A process. Study conducted by A.N.T. Kearney at 1998 showed that 49% of the weight of the success factor by entire M&A. The company tries to create a learning process between them by adopting the key success from each company and embedding it in order to achieve higher growth rates and maintain stability of the business position. The two companies treat each other as equal business partner and build a coherence based on a people and knowledge focus.
Does the merger acquisition achieve its objective? The business acquisition addressed the issues of innovation to some extent as Apple is, in addition to the company itself, buying two executives who know the music industry as well as anyone, as RBC's Daryani wrote earlier this month. Another potential from a deal could be that Jimmy Iovine could help run FAPL's latest music strategy, which has been challenged in the recent quarters. He was the first industry executive to anticipate the download business decline and advocates subscription and streaming service as a music feature. Apple CEO Timothy Cook admits that one of the recent acquired bids was targeting creative. Resources such as Dr. Dre and Lafine who soon join Apple. They will come up with the future that's hits your mind. To set squashed by the New York Times. These two services will be Apple News maintains in the music industry, a separation music streaming service as currently growing. Last year got 25.2% increase in sales thanks to Apple and Beats. Apple successfully dominated the TVS through wireless stereo market in 2020. Apple managed to beat many of its competitors in the market. With music itself is claimed to have 200 users thanks to massive marketing and partnership with the telecommunication operator. The addition of Beats will make Apple Music product line even better. From free streaming, which it's a radio to subscription service like a Beats and of course, users are invited to buy music content on the iTunes Store. The acquisition will be able to strengthen Apple products related to music, and this new chapter of the fusion of Apple and Beats technology is about to begin. From the two tables above, it can be seen that Apple at least managed to sell more than 200 million units of technology device consisting of iPod, iPad, and Mac. The data is not yet listed in the detail or other technology devices that are already Apple Inc., such as Apple TV, Apple Watch, Beats product, iPod, and AirPod, and so on. This is so how the competition against the iPhone as the main product Apple Inc. pretty high on the public.
And for past, present, future, and challenge, Apple has proven that the stock is the choice of a long term for the investor, and there is no indication of a threat to its dominant position. And for present, Apple beat global headline for a company to reach $2 trillion in a market cap. However, the next $1 trillion may not come easy. Apple and Beats face increased regulatory scrutiny in its two larger markets, Europe and the US. But, however, the innovation must be keep going. Apple launching the AirPods, which is combined surround sound quality and spatial audio, and Apple Watch to support more wellness workouts, tracking user, dance movement, and sleep are just a few examples of how Apple innovation to aim use hardware and software integration to drive more power to its Apple ecosystem.